Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's Mary, and I'm here with today's edition of 90 Day Oy Vey. Let's find out how much these cast members really make and more stories. Let's hop right into this, guys. So, first of all, there are dos amigos hanging out in Colombia this weekend. Now, there were three amigos, which I reported on a couple of weeks ago. Jamal, Rob, and Josh Weinstein hanging out in New Orleans. Actually, Josh had a model search event, and Jamal and Rob were there as well. So the three amigos were hanging out in New Orleans a couple of weeks ago. And now there is a different set of three amigos: Josh, Rob, and another dude. Okay. So it looks like Jamal wasn't available to go on this trip, but have no fear. Like Josh says, the three amigos are taking over Colombia. Okay, check this out. So I guess the spot for a third amigo is kind of like a revolving door. They could just stick anyone in when they want. So it's Josh and Rob, dos amigos.
All right, so we are in Rio Negro, Colombia, one of my favorite spots in the whole world. I've been talking it up. I've been talking a big game. Think about like the three amigos when they went into the town of Santa Poco and they saved it. Like they're the only gringos there. That's what tonight's gonna be like in San Antonio, Colombia. So
it better be, man. This guy's got my hopes up.
it better be fucking amazing. You just wait, my friends. All right.
So those are the dos amigos. Josh and Rob hanging out in Colombia. Okay. The gringos are going to take shit over. Rob is really having a good time, though, hanging out in the clubs, drinking Colombian coffee, saying that we shouldn't be bitter, that the coffee shouldn't be bitter, more bitter than we are. Okay, Rob. Profound. Anyway, moving on. Gino and Jazzy. Good old Jazzy. Okay, first we have Gino out looking like he dropped 120 pounds of crazy off of his back. Okay. But there's too many glasses on that table for me. So that makes me think that he was out with someone else. And even though the rumors are swirling that Gino and Jazzy are no longer together, their joint Instagram account is still up. And I guess Jasmine posted this recently.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, I buy the rumors that Gino drew her out with a grain of salt because this is all set up for Last Resort. I'm going to keep saying this. This is all set up for their storyline on Last Resort. Jasmine posted this to her story recently. June is Men's Mental Health Month. Here are 8 ways that watching porn impacts mental health. Addiction. Pornography can lead to compulsive and addictive behaviors similar to other forms of addiction. And then she continues, with this repost, and I swear each point sounds like a point that she is going to bring up in their storyline. Okay? Addiction, unrealistic expectations, relationship issues, objectification and dehumanization, emotional desensitization, performance anxiety and erectile dysfunction, negative mood and self-esteem, time and productivity impact. This literally sounds like their Last Resort storyline to me, okay? Jasmine guaranteed will be bringing up each and every one of those points, if not most of them. Now, do you ever wonder how much money these 90-day cast members really make? I mean, I had an idea on how much they made per episode, and It's not a lot of money, okay? But Stephanie, fart jar girl Stephanie, she took to her TikTok and dropped a little tea. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. And this is accurate. Okay, what Stephanie's talking about here, from what I know, is pretty accurate. Let's roll the tape.
Tell you guys exactly how much money I made being on 90 Day Fiance. Yes, I'm an ex-reality TV star, and I was on Pillow Talk, 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Single Life, then another weird spinoff called 90 Day Fiance Strikes Back. There is this assumption that reality TV stars and people who go on 90 Day Fiance make so much money, get so rich from being on the show, but here's how much money I made. On average per season, I made anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000. Consider that I filmed one season in the course of like a year. This is not enough to like pay for someone's livelihood for an entire year. Not to mention, the show does not cover expenses such as travel, gifts.
And that is a big question I find from many fans. Whether the show covers travel expenses, visa expenses, anything like that. And the answer is no. All the expenses are on the cast member. Okay.
And other things that you're gonna need when you start filming. So I did 2 full seasons of 90 Day Fiance. So let's just take it all together. I made $60,000. Then Pillow Talk generally pays you anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 per episode. So a season can also make you anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000. The grand total of the amount of money I made being on reality TV over the course of a few years, which again, this was over the course of several years. So no, I did not get rich off of reality television. I actually made my money from building a social media presence, which I had even before I went on.
Now, listen, this is how the cast members make their money. And Stephanie knows a lot about this. You got to give it to her. She may be annoying as fuck with her fart in a jar and all this other shit that she does, but Stephanie knows how to make money. That's one thing I got to give her.
On the show, but the show did help boost my presence and did help bring more opportunities, which then made me money. So it's not actually being on the show and getting paid from the show that makes you money. That being said, there are some 90 Day Fiance stars who I do know are paid more than others and do make pretty good money from the show. If you guys want to know more about that, let
And I could tell you that allegedly, word on the street, some of those cast members include Angela, Ed, um, let's see who else I could say allegedly receives more money to be on the show. I believe Molly does. There's a whole bunch of cast members that do, make more money, and these are the ones that we usually see, in my opinion, hanging on to relevancy by their fingertips because they don't want to get off the TLC train because they're making a shitload of money. But generally, amongst the cast, they don't make a lot of money. They really don't. Now, moving on to someone who is holding on to relevancy by her fingernails. Wonky Debbie just doesn't give it up. Okay. I reported on this in my last Oy vey, and basically, Wonky Debbie took to her social media to say that Vicky Cox Butterfield is a fake profile by Reuben, solely out to harass her, bully her, cyberbully her, etc., etc. Now, I, did a video, reported on all this, on how Debbie seems to jump to conclusions that any negative comments are a fake account created by Reuben. Okay. And even on my post on Instagram, where I reported on all this and played a snippet of a video from Vicky Cox Butterfield herself. Oh, yes. This is Vicky Cox Butterfield, and she looks nothing like Reuben. Okay. So even after there was a clip of this video that I'm going to show you guys in a moment, posted on my Instagram, Debbie hopped under the post, okay, because someone said Debbie is the fake, that whole persona is a put on. And Debbie hops on the post and says, another fake profile with a whole bunch of police emojis. Okay, first of all, not every profile is Reuben or Reuben hiding behind a fake profile. Okay, I'm going to introduce you guys to Vicky Cox Butterfield, and she's going to tell you why. Okay, she doesn't like Debbie. So here we go, guys.
Part of the problem is people just cannot fathom that somebody has thoughts and opinions other than what they themselves think. I personally, I do not care for Miss Debbie. If you need reasons, I have them. I think she's dishonest. She's disloyal. She's disrespectful. And any woman of a certain age that flies halfway across the world to sit with a much younger man who is, I don't know, is on some level a predator. I just don't care for that. You also have a hidden agenda, and that is trying to destroy and ruin a man's livelihood that simply did not want to be part of the drama and chose to distance himself from it. You cannot stand the fact that somebody does not care for you. But what you fail to understand is that's okay. That's okay. Here in the good old US of A, everybody's allowed to have their own opinions, their own thoughts. As long as it comes off respectful, you don't be yelling and screaming and hollering and cussing people out. So if you know, you know. And let's go ahead and get into it. First thing I want to do, Reuben the Cuban. Dude, can I call you friend now? I think we've kind of earned it since we're both in a pile of crap together. Sir, from the bottom of my heart, I want to tell you, I am so sorry that my personal thoughts and feelings and opinions were blasted onto you, and then you were made to look like a cyberbully and a stalker. I'm not sure how well, we both know how, let's face it. It lives in delusions in somebody's head. I personally know you're living your best life in Miami, living it up. I know you do a lot of charity work. I know you do community service work. You help the members of your community, and that's a stand-up dude. And the world's a better place for you in it. Again, I am so sorry. If I'm ever in Miami, I would love to buy you a drink. I'll look you up and find you the correct channels, though. I won't stalk you, and I won't dox you either. Promise.
So this is Vicky Cox Butterfield, okay, who doesn't like Miss Debbie. And hey, we all have cast members that we don't like, cast members that annoy us. And like Debbie said, we also have a right to express our opinion. So as long as respectful, you know, we could express our opinion. This is what Facebook groups are for, and Reddit, and but Miss Debbie seems to think that every single person who has anything bad to say about her is Reuben hiding behind a fake account. Now, Miss Debbie has said that she has filed police reports against him. Reuben himself sent this to me to show me that there has been no police reports filed against him, and he's going to get a new one, okay, and send it over to me showing as of June 6th that there is no police reports filed against him. If you're wondering how this whole Debbie and Reuben drama started, I actually interviewed Reuben. Okay, I'm going to put the link in my description box. If you haven't checked it out, please do. Okay, it is really enlightening on how this turned into a shit show. But I don't know if Debbie is just doing this, like I said, to hold on to relevancy, or because she's filming next month. So I don't know. But Debbie, I mean, you're really starting to look like a wonky donkey. Just saying. Dallas shows his face finally. Okay. After I bitched and complained in my last video about him putting up this picture of holding his beautiful daughter and covering his face, but not covering his daughter's face, I was like, all right, dude, that's enough now. And I checked on the gram a couple of hours later, and guess what? He uploaded a picture of him without his face covered, holding his baby. It looks like some other 90-day bloggers mistakenly thought a picture of Dallas's barber was Dallas. So Dallas is like, okay, this is me. Leave my barber alone. That other dude in this picture that's floating around is not me. So I guess I could finally stop using these pictures of Dallas. Thank you, Dallas, for uploading a recent one. Okay, because I was getting tired of using these pictures of you. So thanks so much. Cleo is transitioning, okay, and this is the first steps, and she cannot get over how flat her neck is. Good for you, Cleo. We support and encourage you all the way. Now, Isabel and Gabe, okay, I've been talking about them for the past couple of weeks. Gabe is throwing some heavy accusations towards Isabel's way, including that Isabel cheated on him. She's a thief. She destroyed the apartment in Colombia, left him with debts and legal fees, and etc. etc. He talks about it on his YouTube channel. I DM'd Isabel maybe about a week ago now, asking her for her side of the story. And today on the gram, Isabel posts this to her story. Someone explained to me why in life we find such false and manipulative people, and yet they believe and support them. Don't let yourself be used by someone who lies even about himself and only seeks drama and popularity. Ew. Okay. Mike Berk got married, but we already knew that. I reported, I think about 2 weeks ago or so, that Mike and his new wife, Isabel, was showing off their rings on the gram. I couldn't find that picture to put in this video, but Mike and Isabel posted these official pictures. So congratulations, Mike Berk. Kelly is in Hawaii, and I'm jealous AF. Okay, I am so jelly you would not believe. He posted this up on TikTok, and check out these comments. That's all I have to say. This shit cracks me up. Happy birthday to Yara. Okay, today's Yara's birthday, and she's in Mexico City. And before I wrap up this edition of Boy Vey, just a couple of miscellaneous updates. We have Natalie out at a red carpet event. Okay. Dean, you remember him? Tyreek's brother Dean, who is in the Philippines still. Well, he did a video for his YouTube channel where he visited this place called Shakey's Pizza Parlor in the Philippines, and it apparently has some really authentic pizza, and Dean basically tried everything on the menu. Okay, so go check that out. Vanessa with her true love, Lodi, her dog, and she says, "Fun fact: he snuck out of sight and fell in the pool when he was just 10 weeks old. Surveillance camera caught it. He paddled for dear life to get out and managed to make it all out on his own. I cringed watching the footage, but also thought, what a little badass. LOL. I love him so much." And we have Emily's mom, Lisa, with her cute little doggie. And Julia says, if you need a dog trainer or a doggy sitter, hit me up because I will give your dog the attention like I give my dogs. Michael, playing around with TikTok filters. Apparently, he's 11 years old. And Lawrence Kids having snack number 1 out of 1,386 today. Yeah, I feel that. Amber and Daniel are looking adorable. Russ and Pau are heading to Colombia. Okay. We have Liz, who has dropped about 300 pounds of obnoxious dead weight mayonnaise, looking fan fucking tastic. Okay. And Clayton and Annalise say, well, actually, Clayton says, friendly PSA. We never say no to taking pictures or talking with fans. Just ask. We are kind people, and some fans have even become our friends. You'll also get a nicer version of me that way. Otherwise, I have to acknowledge you recording us loading up the car after shopping. I'll make it awkward. I don't care. So, before I wrap up this edition, I just want to say I say to myself, I'm never going to do that again. And the next thing I know, it's oops, I did it again. Thank you so much, guys, for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit the like button, share my video with a friend or 10, and please consider joining my membership. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend.